Hello and welcome back to another video. This week's video is the calves. So we're weaning the next batch of suckler calves. We put the white weans in their noses and took them off, and they're moved to their winter accommodation. Put the next batch on then. Cull cows sold. What else? Just the general. It was a shitty week now weather-wise, absolutely pissing. I think I went through three different waterproof jackets yesterday. It was so wet, and today I'm in a t-shirt, so it just makes no sense, this weather. Like, it's a really nice day today. I need to open up the door actually again because there's an awful breeze coming in yesterday, so I closed it on the big bullocks. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. We were having an awful issue with waste of the silage. When we were taking it out of the pit, it was heating, and then we were putting it here, it wasn't lasting any length, and the underneath of it was just going off really fast. And we were ending up that every week we were having to clean off this step, and we were dumping not a lot of silage, but a fair amount of silage now. And like, it's not like the quality of the silage is good, like, it was just the fact that it was heating before we dropped it in on top of them, and we're putting the ration down on top of that, and I think it was just a recipe for disaster. So Shane got the shear grab going. He has that, it's about 10 years, so he just spent a couple of evenings there. He replaced all the blades along the front of it, and he had to change the brackets to suit a tractor rather than a loader. So it's flying it now, and you can see this side, it's not like 100% shearing. He has to still sharpen the edges here, but doing a far better job. And I know like exactly that, how many lines, if that makes sense, to give them now every day so that there's no waste. So like, feeding them now this morning, and like, that's perfect. Like, there's literally very, very little left behind. So I think we have the problem solved, which is great, because there's nothing worse now than wasting silage. So I'll get on and feed them. I'll just give these a wash, and we're going putting them into the next batch of calves. I have 9 of them, so 9 of them are getting them in the nose. They're eating their ration well now, so there's no fear of them. Let's go. It's your head, come. Tell me you have milky cows without telling me. Put the paddles in the calves' noses last night, and look how much milk. We'll see which cow that is now and keep an eye on her. We're just feeding the cattle above in the neighbour's shed. We're getting 3 days out of 2 bales, so it's not too bad. I just stripped back the pit there. I'm just stripping it kind of as much as the shear grab comes at it. So like that much there. But yeah, it's fierce easy strip it now with the bags, and I'm just throwing the bags off the side of a pallet below, and then putting back the sheets. So I've these bullocks now up to the 6 kilos since yesterday, and their dungs seem fine. I see some of them there, like they're not gone loose this time. So I would say it was the worms. We're just putting a bit of pressure on the stomachs. So they're happy out now. I'll leave them on 6 for the foreseeable, and I might push them to 7 for the last week or two. I'll see how they're faring out. I've actually put these now up again, so they're up to 8 kilos or even a touch with it. And they're getting it twice a day, so I'm giving them 4 and 4 morning and evening, just to give them that final push. They're all heavy and they're all well able to take it. That fella's actually quite lame now. I'd say I'm going to have to pull him out, and I might put him in. I'll clean out that, and I might put him in there on his own, because I just see him now this morning. I have to go in and get him up again to eat his ration. He's sore enough with that lame leg, and I'll give him a shot. I must check what the withdrawal is on Loxicom. I'll give him a shot of Loxicom if I can. And they're still on the same, is it 2.5 or 3 kilos, and they were on 2, so I put them up to 2.5. So the others will be joining them now the weekend, because they'll be weaned, and we'll have them on. We'll get them going on their the under 16-month-old diet. Then we got the stub walls delivered, and they're the walls then that are going on the end of the shed as well. So they came from McMahon's. McMahon actually has a yard in Shane's yard, so it's easy run down and get them. So yeah, we're getting there. I don't know, can you see that on the camera, but look at the steam coming out of the shed and all the condensation. And like, that's an open shed, like the whole side, the other side is open. We've this door open, that door half open. Not mad that they're producing that much heat now. It's the temperature has dropped this morning, it's down to 3 or 4 degrees, but mad. I won't lie now, this is absolute misery for me and the calves, but they've plenty shelter, 4 ditches. I was supposed to have a pallet of feed delivered to me last week, and it never came. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday, and it never came. It's supposed to be delivered today, and it never came. So I'm here in the pissing rain with the lights of the Jeep, filling buckets for the weanings I only weaned the other day. What a fucking mess. But anyway, excuse the language. Yeah, I'd like to have these in now, but anyway, not much we can do about it. I'm bringing 3 cows to the mart in the morning. She's one of them. Yeah, she's one. So she's well dried off. They're dried off about 2 weeks, 2+ weeks now. She's one of them. Where's the rest of them? She's one of them, the cemental. She's probably the fleshiest of them. None of them are fleshy now, but she has a little bit of cover. The other 2 are very lean, which is not ideal, and that's the last one. That one there. So why isn't it focusing? Sorry, I wasn't focusing. So I weighed them only a few weeks ago for skep, so she came in at 560 kilos on our scales here. The brown and white one came in at, I think, 640, 650, and her actually, she came in at the very same. So yeah, they're fine, like they're nothing special cows now. Cows are back a bit in the mart. Oh, feck, she only has 1 tag. Ah, Jesus. So cows are back a bit in the mart. The last week or 2 I've just been watching online, so I'm not expecting mad money for them, but I need cubicle space, and they're tight enough on feed space as well, and I just don't want them young first calvers getting tin on me, so it's no harm to move them on now. I'm not going to feed them on to finish them, because shed space is a luxury at the minute. So yeah, we'll load them up in the morning and get them gone, and see how we fare out. Just noticed that cow was licking that urine there, so that's actually a sign that they're lacking in phosphorus. And I noticed that there was another one doing it the other day, say when there was a cow pissing, the other one was drinking it basically. So I must get a few phosphorus licks for them now, just to fix that. They'll be going on the pre-calver mineral, what are we now, the 1st of December, so in another 2 weeks or so anyway, but I might just get a high phos, 1 or 2 of those, just to balance them out before they go on the other one. We're absolutely flying through the bales. We nearly have the second cut gone now. There's only 4 or 5 of them left, and then we're on to the first cut. We do have third cut over as well, it's still in the field. But just something that I do with the bales is, say, when I've one batch in, I'll write how many bales are in it, and then say we were to do another cut of 20 and put them in front of that, I'd put 107 on that, and then so basically it saves you having to get up and try and count the bales. I know there's 90 odd bales left there now, and it's just handy. I don't know, does everyone do that now? But it's just, when you're going through the winter, then there's no need for checking how many's left. You just see it straight off the bat. I didn't actually end up, that calf is so annoying. I didn't end up taking the cows to the mart after, just that cow had one tag, and we're also very close to our herd test, so I forgot about that rule that if someone buys a cow, they get locked up if she's not tested. So I just said they had a bit again them now. So EJ actually came out to the yard and he buys cows, so he bought them off me and gave me a fair price for them, and they'll be just taken then next Saturday. So it was actually saved me a trip to the mart, especially when I'm working. It's only certain Thursdays it suits to run over early and stuff. But yeah, gonna plan for today now is to take them weaned calves up. They're going to miss the bloody cubicles, the scratching they do. They're going to take them calves up to, the bulls are going up to where the cattle are, the finishers, and the heifers are going up to the shed we have off the neighbour, and we'll actually put the paddles then back onto the next batch of calves, and then that'll be them all weaned, and it'll just give a bit more space in the shed and keep everything ticking. I have a couple of cows that are a little bit loose, the likes of her now, and this cow actually, I don't know, normally I don't dose my suckler cows, but I might have to give them something. It's really kind of rumen fluky dung, but look, we'll see about that. She had a bloody oak in her nose now and it's gone, I noticed yesterday, and I can't find it, so she's after losing the bloody thing. So we'll have to put one back on her again. That's the first time that's ever happened actually, is a calf got one of the paddles off their noses. But anyway, it's not the end of the world. These are flying at the bulls. He's weaned actually a long time. His cow is up and gone. He's a smashing bull calf now over first calver, and Angus. But yeah, we'll get a move on and get the jobs done. I'm just going to load the heifers first and take them up, because they're not all going to fit in the one box, so I'll try and separate them now and get going. They're not afraid of the cattle box anyway. On with the load of heifers now. That's them all happy, and with the rest of the heifers. There's 2 smallies in there. She's one of them, and the twin. I'll pull them out and put them up into the other pen when the next batch are weaned, so they can. That one is absolutely kicking the shit out of that blue heifer. So yeah, they're fine. They ate their nuts and they're settled. That's them loaded, and I'll take them up to the cattle shed now. That's why I was saying to hurry.
Amy doesn't have to fucking a bit of fucking rope for the gate. It's all she uses. She won't fucking buy a chain. She's too fucking mean.
Is them all happy now? 4 Angus and 4 Continental. We're pumping over to the other tank again, but the foam is crazy. I fed them so that they'd have their heads out for the smell or the fumes, but I have one space because the gate is down at the bottom.